god, what the fuck?
We're live.
Yes, we are live. Refresh! Refresh!
That's what I'm doing.
Alright.
It's slowpoke. It's being a slowpoke. It's being a slowpoke.
Oh, yeah, mute that. Mute that stream. And we have to mute ours.
Already done.
Alright.
Why do you think you can't hear anything?
Oh, right.
Good job, buddy.
Hey, hey! Welcome to the stream, party people in the house.
I am DarkAnubis from DarkAnubisGameZ.
And thank you for being here with us this evening. And we are going to help DarkAnubisGameZ here grow his channel. You want to introduce your channel?
So, what can I say? I play video games and I react to them. Most of the time making myself look like an idiot and laughing at myself for it. How's it going, by the way?
Oh, I'm going to turn this all the way up. How's it going out there, you guys? So you're very appreciated. Thank you for being here. Hey, press the plays in the house. Party people in the house. Awesome. Hope you're having a good day, having a good night, morning, afternoon, wherever you're at. So yeah, so DarkAnubisGameZ here has a game reaction channel. He plays, what do you play?
I play lots of video games. Currently I'm stuck with PC games till I can get the adapter piece, but I recently did a playthrough of Angels of Death, and I did a Rambling with Isaac, and I'm going to be doing Rambling with Isaac episode 2 coming up very soon.
Awesome. So which rendition of Isaac is that?
It's Binding of Isaac Rebirth.
Awesome. Very cool.
Without the DLC, unfortunately.
They were working all that. So yeah, so this is a grow stream. So if you see anyone else in the chat here you're not familiar with, or connect with them. Who else is all in the house here with us this evening? Hope you're doing good. I'm just yeah, we're just chilling, having a good time. I'm not sure if we have any tunes. Hey, hey, welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. If Armed American Patriot shows up, we can go onto his channel and play some of his music if that's all right with him. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate that. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yeah, we're just kind of winging it. We're just chilling.
Yeah, we're sitting on my couch talking.
We're interacting with the viewing audience, and this is what it's all about.
Yeah, well, the idea is to communicate with you guys, and
you get the DarkAnubisGameZ and his channel. What's the link to your channel? Wait, do we have a link to DarkAnubis' channel?
Yes, we will. I'm just gonna type it in.
No, you remember the don't have to type it in. Remember the notepad?
thank you, by the
Oh,
way.
right here?
Open notepad.
The notepad?
Yes.
Where did you put the notepad?
Hi, how's it going, Sonny?
Hey, Sunny Stormy's in the house. How you doing? Thank you for coming. We're showcasing DarkAnubis' channel this evening, DarkAnubisGameZ.
Yep.
So you keep them entertained for a minute. I gotta do some technical work over here.
Yes, please.
Apparently, there's some technical problems happening.
There's a notepad right here.
Yes. So all you gotta do is yes.
So,
Yeah.
how's everyone doing this
Copy.
evening? Well, it's evening where
Yeah.
I am. It's like 2:30 in the morning.
Awesome.
There we go.
Perfect. So there's DarkAnubis' channel.
Oh,
DarkAnubisGameZ
yeah, there's a
channel.
link to my channel.
Awesome. So you can say hi to everyone. Type hi. Remember to put the thing, the @ symbol, and the first 2 letters of their name.
Yeah, and I'll just put my name in it.
Sure. Yeah, personal. It'll show up your name.
I didn't know that.
So are you on your channel?
No, I'm on
So
your.
go find your channel. and then go back to me, and then
And go
the live stream.
Yeah.
And you gotta make sure you mute that one as well. Yeah, so there's DarkAnubis's games link there. If you want to go check out his channel, give him lots of love.
Thank you, Press to Play.
Awesome, very cool. See,
I'll be looking forward to your comments in my videos. I think that's the best way I could put that.
Yeah.
I'm still fairly new, as you can all tell.
yeah, totally new, and that's good. We're actually teaching each other all kinds of stuff, YouTube related and not new YouTube related and stuff. So
Yeah, I've been getting him into the video games. Keep
Yes.
encouraging it. Keep encouraging it. Especially if you want World of Warcraft Part 2. Which we need to finish editing.
yes, we do.
I've been waiting on you.
I know. So yeah,
You're the one who has the footage
so
and
I,
the editing program.
So I have my YouTube. I have my PayPal link and my Patreon link. They're ready for. Also, if you're interested in supporting the channel for my gaming laptop fund.
He needs it. Seriously, I'm not even joking. He's using a dinosaur.
My dinosaur cannot keep up.
Even if it's not a gaming laptop, he just needs
PayPal.
something better than what he has.
And what's the other one you said?
Patreon.
That's PAT.
Yeah.
Okay, putting that on there too.
So yeah, I really appreciate everyone to hear it with us this evening. I'm stuttering because I don't know why. I'm nervous.
Probably.
Yeah, still getting used to this live stream thing. I've been on for all kinds of panels and stuff. And
You have more videos than me, and I'm more confident than you are at this point.
Yeah.
How sad is that?
yeah, it's pretty
There you
sad. Thank you. Hey, it's showing up me. Why isn't it showing up you?
That's because
Because
it's
I
on
had
yours.
to log. I had to log you out to log myself in.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
okay, that works.
Yeah, so it's fine the way it is.
Alright. So yeah, so Sammy, you want to introduce yourself, Sammy?
Sure.
Come on over, Sammy.
Oh, thank you.
Sammy's trying to
Shared
get in
you
too.
out. Awesome. Oh, thank you for sharing out the stream. I really appreciate that. Where are
Hello.
This is my girlfriend. She's kind of doing the background stuff right now. Figured
Yeah.
she'd come in and say hi
you?
Yeah.
before she goes back to technical problems.
So once she gets signed in, I'll have to make her a mod, and so she can do mod stuff.
Yeah. I don't
I'm
know
still
how to
not
get
quite
to
sure
your
what a
YouTube.
mod is,
your-
but I'm sure I'll figure it out.
So that's
eventually.
you.
Yeah, that's me right
So
there.
where's the?
I don't know where you go to the live stream, so you're working on that.
More technical
So
problems,
as long
everybody.
as so why are you not showing up the?
I don't know. That's me.
But that's just my videos. How do you go right to my channel?
Hold on.
Cloud's doing it.
Because apparently I'm the only one who knows how to.
Apparently so.
Right, so you gotta type in my name or just find my channel. Have you subscribed to my channel?
Yes.
Okay.
I did hit subscribe.
Her name is Sammy.
Sammy.
Yeah.
Hi, girlfriend.
That's my bad. I'll own that. That's my bad.
Hello. It should pop up. There we go.
That's my bad.
Right
I should have
there.
introduced
There we
her
go.
actual name.
Alright.
I'll
So
own
now
that.
Sammy.
This is gonna be a reoccurring joke in this video, I think. And I'm okay with that. That's hilarious. Watch, we're gonna get like 2 hours in and someone's gonna go like, "Hi,
Hey,
where's-"
girlfriend! Hey, girlfriend! There she is!
There we go.
Alright, now what I need to do is I need to
Just
go
go
over
help her with
here.
technical problems again.
Yes.
Oh,
Indeed. So.
alright, here we
So,
go.
I I feel like I'm just gonna keep getting ditched in this stream a lot.
Alright, here we
So,
go.
hey guys, how's everybody
That's
doing?
Yay! So now we'll refresh.
Yes.
Usually you don't
Yeah.
say that was very simple.
Well, I mean,
Refresh.
when I'm usually on track, and let's be honest, I've been kind of slacking for the last little while, which due to circumstances of one thing or another, so I've been showing up in as many live streams as I can with
So you need
Scotty
to
T over
log
here.
on
But
and log
I mean,
into your-
I'm up at night. I'm a nocturnal guy. I'm hopefully gonna get back on track for posting videos at 9 o'clock. Eastern, Western time, I think it is.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. That's it. I am not good with the time standards thing. I will keep working on that and figure that out eventually.
Well, wait. Unless you just want to do it on your phone. Or it might be, no, it's going to be easier to, oh, I don't want to do that. If I do this, it's going to recognize you
Ooh.
every time I log
Well,
in. That's probably not a good idea.
Sign in.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I have
screw
no
with
idea
that.
what I'm supposed to talk
Nope.
about right now. So if anyone wants to say anything to burst up a conversation,
I just better
feel free.
say that.
Or
Thank you. I appreciate that actually. And I hope you enjoy when you check out my channel. Like I hope you enjoy the video content I put out, and hopefully you'll continue to enjoy them as we go along too. Like I said, I'm a new channel. I'm growing steadily, I think, but I'm growing. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
You know. And like I said, I'm hoping to get back on track with my timing.
Yes, and then
So,
you can say hey to
yeah.
people and everything.
I think that's the best way I can put that. But thank you. For
Okay.
sure. Thank you
Sounds good.
for checking out my channel.
Do you want me to go
Let me know
back
what you
to
think
the
down in the
video
comment
on
section.
here?
And my latest video. I'll get
Or
the little
other
noti-
videos. Watch all videos.
Yes. Yes, what he said.
Watch playlist, comment on playlist videos.
Oh, I have consoles actually. That's a funny topic to bring up. Like I said, right now I'm only doing PC games because I don't have the adapter. So, because I don't have the adapter.
Don't do that.
I
I need
So
to
you
know.
just want me to leave it like this?
Because okay, so as I was saying, I actually own an Xbox One, a Nintendo Switch, and a PlayStation 4.
That's not gonna work here.
No, that's not. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Alright, I gotta do it over there.
I also have a PS3. I also have a N64. I have a original Nintendo that's currently not operational because some of the cords got bit open from my bunny when she was alive. May she rest in peace.
Here.
She unfortunately died of a heart attack in a thunderstorm. Nothing I could do about it except give her a proper burial. But off that topic, you know, I got my N64 running. PS3 and a Wii U. Nice. I have a PS3. I do not have a Wii U. Actually, I have an original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Nintendo GameCube, and Nintendo Wii, and Nintendo Switch. But I do not have a Wii U. That's the only one I don't have right now. And I had an original Xbox. I have an Xbox 360 Slim, and I have an Xbox One S. I do not have the X, so good on you for that. And my PS4 is just a limited edition Uncharted original release. So it's got 500 gigs of storage, so I had to buy an external hard drive. And it's getting up there in years.
So can you let's grow DarkAnubisGameZ
Well, thank you. I'm glad I'm able to. Not wet. Well, I'd hope it's not wet. I mean, if it was wet, I don't think it'd work anymore. I also have a Sega Genesis.
R?
Yeah.
Uncharted is great. It is. I have every single Uncharted game. I love the Uncharted games. And this, I also just recently got the remake of Final Fantasy VII. And as soon as I get that little adapter piece I need, I'm going to be doing console games as well as PC games. So I'm pretty excited about that. But, you know, that's going to take time. But yeah, no, I've got a PS3 with a literal box of like PS3 games. Which is, I've got video games for days. And I'm glad to hear you do too. Like, hopefully we'll be able to agree on a lot of the things, you know, that's going to be said in my videos, and you'll make your comments and we can converse more. And we'll converse more here, of course. You know? I'm sorry, I'm a little awkward. I'm still not used to live streams. This is like my third one and I'm still not used to it.
Great.
Oh
no.
But, yeah.
Oh.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm doing okay. I think that's why I'm rambling a bit, though. So if I end up rambling a little too much, just let me know.
Rambling is good.
Rambling is good?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, it does come down to personal taste. Actually, good question. What kind of game? Oh, like what's your main? I like to play a lot of horror, fighting, and RPGs. Those are a lot of my. I do go outside. Like I do play Borderlands and I play shooting games here and there. But my main is RPGs and horrors, and fighting games. So what about you?
So about the tweet.
And of course, puzzle games. I mean, I got a Legend of Zelda poster hanging up. Puzzle adventure, actually. That's puzzle adventure, right? Yes. So I guess that kind of falls under the category of RPG. Yes.
Plug your games you're building too.
I don't have the patience with campaigns. Depends on the game. Makes sense. Absolutely makes 100% sense, actually. Oh, another thing I should mention is that I'm using a program called RPG Maker MV. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that, but I'm using it to make my own game. And I've already, you know, talked to a couple of people, so if I release a game, they're going to show up on, like, Game Jolt and Steam and stuff, which I think is really cool. Resident Evil is fantastic. I'm not going to lie. I hate the tank controls in the original PS1 version, but I loved playing it anyway.
Bank.
So yeah, actually that's where the my icon comes from, by the way. When you looked on my channel. Yeah. Oh, I'll have to try that then when I get a VR headset. It's one of the things I actually want to get, but I haven't been able to. But my old man, he had the VR headset, and I got to try it out, which was a lot of fun. When I played some kind of carnival game where you have to shoot things. Scared the crap out of you? Yeah. I'm assuming. Okay. See you when you get back. Scared the crap out of you? Yeah. I would assume as much. I mean, zombies attacking everywhere. That would definitely be something. I think I'd get more excited if anything. I don't actually know how I'd respond to that. I'm gonna have to try it, and maybe I'll even do a recording. When I get a VR headset, I will record myself playing Resident Evil VR, and you and me will both experience all that again. Except, you know, you'll probably laugh at me because I'm falling backwards. I'm sure. And I'll probably laugh at myself afterwards. Warzone, eh? I don't think I've heard of that one. Maybe I have. Which console is that for? Or is it one of those free-to-play ones? I don't remember. Like I said, I can't remember for the life of me. I swear I've heard the name. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, yes. You're right. Okay, yes. I know what you're talking about now. As soon as you said crossplay, I automatically clued in. Oh, look. My channel link showed up again. Alright, well, that's a thing. Hi? But, yeah, no. Free-to-play, part of COD, Modern War... Oh, okay, it's the part of the Modern Warfare... Okay, yeah, I played that a long time ago. I actually haven't played a Modern Warfare game in a long time. I think the closest I've played to that is Black Ops, and usually zombies. I'm not usually big on the campaigns on the Black Ops games, but I love the zombie gameplay. I really do. Bordering yourself up in the first one was fantastic. My favorite one was easily the one where you get to play as like those famous actors and actresses, and you had to try and run. You had to keep George, because he's like half mutated, a certain distance away from you while you try and survive against the zombies and try and like get him to snap out of it through like this like hidden quest line. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I never actually succeeded in getting him to snap out of it, but I did get pretty far. Yeah. And then of course, you know, there's the new Call of Duty that got released by Blizzard? Yes. Yeah. It is a lot of fun stuff, actually. It's actually bringing back some memories, because I've been gaming for many years. Even if I didn't always have access to a game console, like I didn't have one myself, I'd always go to a friend's house, and I'd usually play video games with them. Yeah, get Scott on there. Yeah, I wondered, he's like literally just straight up ditched me. Well, that's good to hear. Hey, Scotty T.
Yes.
You need to get back on here. This is supposed to be you and me hanging out, and all I see is me sitting on my couch by myself. At least I've got good company on here, but still, like, you're supposed to be on here with me.
He's helping.
Apparently he's helping with the technical issues, and he will be here soon, which I'm sure you heard in the background. As I look at him, wondering if he's actually helping or just sitting back laughing at me because he ditched me on here. But thank you. I definitely needed that. Thank you. So, but yeah, I'm glad I'm doing great. Honestly, this is definitely boosting up my morale a little bit. Thank you very much. Apparently I'm supposed to talk about anime now. I'm getting whispered, anime. Why don't you get over here and join me on said topic?
I don't know shit about anime.
You don't know shit about anime. Oh, Jesus. Really?
Your girlfriend knows about
Go for it?
anime.
Alright, I'll go for it. I'll talk about some anime. Do you... I'm one of those unfortunate souls that can't do subbed, so I watch dubbed. I tried watching subbed, but I can't seem to. I have to watch the same episode like 3 or 4 times before I can actually watch it in subbed, and that just gets annoying. So I just skip that process altogether and go to dubbed. But I have watched a lot of the more recent releases, like. My brain wants to work with all these messed up names.
There was one that me and you also did like. It was Oh, what's it called? I forgot.
Grimoire of Zero's one I watched recently. That one's really good. That
Yes, that
that
one.
one was an interesting story, to say the least. Let's see, other animes that I can think of. One of my favorites is Overlord. I'm definitely an Overlord fan. So
Take
I mean,
one.
oh, thanks. So I mean, like, if you
Get We watched this one about manga making.
I should do reviews on my channel. You know what? I might just do that. That might not be a bad idea. Maybe I'll make like an anime, like an anime day, where I like play small clips of an anime show and like hype it up or something. Maybe, I don't know. Or if like one turns out to be really bad, just say it was bad. I might. But that would also be opinion based, right? So just to clarify.
I also call you the anime lord.
Well, all right. Well, if you think that'd be awesome, I'll pick a day to start doing anime reviews. I'll do that. You know what? Why not?
Yeah, because you're really good at learning about different anime. Because I've seen you a couple of times. Like I mentioned, it'd be like the smallest detail of an anime, and he's just like, "Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about."
I know anime as much as I know video games, which is saying something. I know a lot of different. There's a lot of weird names out there, but there's also a lot of great shows. Due to anime, I mean, I watch a lot of. I like a lot of the older anime. I like a lot of the newer anime. It just kind of varies between whatever appeals, I guess, to me. And you know what? If you think that would be awesome for me to do on my channel, I think I might just take you up on that and pick a day to do an anime night or something, where I review an anime.
I know there is one that
Is
you.
there a lighter around here?
Yes, right there.
Oh, there is my lighter right there. Okay, I am a genius and apparently blind. What's my favorite video game? That's a valid question, actually.
There's a lot of video games that you like.
Yes, there's a lot of video games I do like, but I would have to say probably Final Fantasy VII because it got me into RPGs, and I'm not saying that because of all the hype around it. That's literally what got me into RPGs.
I have to say the one.
It was a tough question, but I mean, don't get me wrong, Spyro and Crash are right behind there. I played those all on PS1, especially, and surprisingly, the third Spyro game was my favorite out of the three, because that was the first Spyro game I ever owned. And then Crash Bandicoot 3. Apparently I got a thing for threes when it comes to those series.
I have to say,
because that was the first Crash game I ever played before I actually played through 1 and 2.
the one I have to say for me would be.
But I think that's just my PlayStation list. Never played those ones, really? I recommend you check them out. You know, they're especially now with the remakes that came out. The Final Fantasy VII one though is like it's a part 1. They pulled a fast one on everybody, which is upsetting. But it's a good RPG. I recommend the original anyway. Actually, I plan on playing through the original Final Fantasy VII on my channel at some point because I bought the PC version. So if you want to check it out then and just like see how it goes from there, I mean, knock yourself out, right? Check it out with me. I know there's a lot of differences between the PS1 version and the PC version, and I'm kind of excited to find out what they changed between the two copies.
For me, it would be Borderlands. If I have to choose a game that's my favorite, it'll be Borderlands. Because, yes, Borderlands 1, there was some glitchies and everything else, but the storyline was beautiful. Then they got like the second Borderlands, which I'm glad that they made the pre-sequel so it understands more to the story.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You enjoyed Borderlands too? Well, I'm glad to hear that. I have every single Borderlands. I literally, even the one that's not released anymore, I paid for that and I didn't get my money back. I played through it at least. I got to play through it before they took it off, which was the Tales from the Borderlands, which was a very different game, but it very potent in the storyline for 3, which is why it doesn't make sense to me why they don't release it. It actually kind of frustrates me because they're like bringing in all these characters from Tales, yet half the people don't know what Tales is anymore because literally only the people who got the chance to play it at the time would know who these characters are.
And top that off, you can't play it, but on my Xbox, I can play it. That's just messed up part.
Why can you play it and I can't? And I paid for the full version.
I know, I got the full version from yours, because we're game sharing.
Well, we were game sharing, yeah.
And all of a sudden, I could play it on mine, but you can't. That's...
Maybe they changed it. Maybe I'll have to try again.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm gonna try that again and see if they got that, if they brought it back up, because that'd be amazing if they did.
It would be amazing.
But I have some serious doubts.
There's another game, which you showed me, was BioShock.
What are your thoughts on the Tomb Raider series with Lara Croft? Actually, if I can find it, you know where it is? I have a collectible, because I bought the collector's set of one of the Tomb Raider series, and it came with this little figure that I keep around my TV. So I actually like I like a lot of it. I played the originals, and I played the some of the newer ones. I haven't played all of the newer ones yet, and I will admit I haven't played all the originals yet. I want to go back and play them all, but I first want to get my hand. But I first have to get my hands on a copy of them first, right? But the ones I did get to play, I enjoyed thoroughly. Like I have the one for the PS3. Yeah, I was checking that out, and it was a lot of fun. Right? And yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider is great. I don't know which one I have, but
At the moment, I don't even know where it is.
But yeah, no, I love the series. I've watched a lot on it. I've done a lot of research on it, and I would love to play through those when I get the chance. Absolutely. I may not know all the information about the game, but I know I've played them and I loved them. I loved playing through them, or at least the ones I have gotten the chance to play.
Same as the one that you're making too.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on figuring out a couple of bugs, but other than that, hopefully I'll be releasing it in my own game soon.
Yeah. Which is
Okay, good.
Reconnecting. We're good.
Okay, we're back. Had technical problems for a second there,
Yep.
but we're good.
Yep.
We're back.
We're back in business.
Yeah, no, I agree. I love the Tomb Raider series. As much as I've gotten to play so far, I've enjoyed thoroughly, and I want to enjoy more of them. If I can get my hands on more of the Tomb Raider series, I will definitely be playing those. Honestly, that's a good question.
Yes, that is a good question. We have no idea.
He probably messed up somewhere.
Yep. Sounds about right. Well, technically, he's doing my job.
Yeah, apparently they switched places.
Yes.
And they'll be switching places again sometime in the near future, I'm sure. I'm sure this is going to be a rotation where I'm just going to be sitting here doing this.
But you're good at it. That's what I mean. You're good at it.
Well, I'm glad everyone seems to think so.
Well, your girlfriend thinks so. I don't know what you want me to say in those categories.
Your honest opinion. Like, let's be honest here. That's kind of that's kind of what I do. Is you think so? All right. I'm glad you think so. I'm giving you a big thumbs up from me.
2 thumbs up for me.
I'm glad you think so. I'm glad that everyone's enjoying my company.
I love your company.
I think you're a little biased on that one, though.
Yeah, I would agree.
But, yeah. Let me think. Oh, here's a good question. And I lost it. I'm a genius, apparently.
We should just have like those things that you see on iCarly where Sam presses a button and goes da da da.
How about no? I'm okay. I don't think I want to do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's face.
All right, so, oh, here's a good question. I was able to, what is your favorite video game? Why don't we throw that on the table? I know it's another tough question. It's a tough question that got thrown my way, so I'm throwing it back. What is your favorite video game? Right? There's so many to pick from, right? It is a tough question. There's so many good games out there and a lot of different experiences with, you know. And that's kind of what I was struggling with originally there too. And since I'm somebody who started off on like original Nintendo and PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64, and like those were a lot of my original game consoles.
Mine was be.
You love the Call of Duty series? Nice.
My little brother plays Call of Duty. Sometimes he struggles on it. He calls me up and we video chat and I'll help him out.
God of War is fantastic. Sorry
Yes.
to cut you off.
It's all good. I do that to you too.
I'm aware. But yes, no, I agree. God of War. I have those for the PS2, and I want to get the newest one so badly. Oh, for the PlayStation 4. Final Fantasy, yeah. Oh, Scott. And so, yep, Final Fantasy 7, yeah, that's a good one too.
Yep.
The new one is great. I'm glad to hear it. You're old school, Scott. Why don't you just join in? Okay, so apparently Scott's just gonna be in the chat for a little bit. Yeah, no. Honestly, like I want to play the new one. I heard a lot of good things. I watched my cousin play it a bit, and I was like, okay, I need to stop so I don't spoil the story for myself because he was near the end of the game. And God of War, the storyline in God of War is always good. Far Cry Primal, I haven't gotten to play that one yet. I really want to try that, actually. It's another one on my list. I have Far Cry 4, and I played another Far Cry on the Wii a long time ago. I don't remember which one it was, which is the unfortunate reality, because I don't have it anymore. But I've been meaning to try and track it down. Oh, you still have to finish God of War? Makes sense. Well, hey, best of luck to you. I mean, don't give any spoilers though, you know? The last Far Cry was good? Alright, well, I'm definitely gonna have to get more into the Far Cry series again, because, like I said, the latest one I have is 4, and that's kind of as far as I've gotten so far. And, I haven't actually played 3. I kind of skipped it. It was actually it was a birthday gift, I believe, if I remember correctly. Someone gave me Far Cry 4 for my birthday. Actually, I think it was my brother. My brother gave it to me for my birthday.
Sorry, I can't.
So yeah, again, once I get that adapter, I'll be doing some more console games as well.
It won't show on there, so I have to like look a couple of times. I don't have my glasses. The funny things in the world.
Actually, there is one game I want to do in the near future. Is because I heard about that. I actually own the original Red Dead Redemption and the Undead Nightmare, and I loved the Undead Nightmare, and the first one was great too.
Mhm.
But I have to honestly say the Undead Nightmare was probably my favorite out of the two, and I do want to try the new one and see what that's like, because honestly it looks great, and from what I keep hearing, it sounds fantastic, and I would love to get my hands on that and try it.
Well, I think they came out with another one, didn't they?
That's what was the new Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I do definitely want to check out the new Red Dead Redemption. Um, it is definitely on my list. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Great graphics definitely help. Yes, hello there, Chilled Fox. Destiny's okay. Oh yeah, Destiny's pretty good. I like Destiny. It's pretty fun. It's something I like to play on occasion myself. I have Destiny 1 and 2. I haven't played through both completely because I don't have all the DLCs, and I ended up picking up the free version. You prefer Warframe? I actually heard a lot of good things about that, but I have not picked it up. I know it's free, but I have not picked it up, believe it or not. I've been honestly debating on it, and if you think it's good, then I should probably check it out.
No, I'm just having a conversation. Just those conversations.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Honestly, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. See what and I'll let you know, and you know, uh, what I think at some point. I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, maybe we'll both try it out, and we'll have further discussions about it later on in the future. Because yeah, I haven't actually tried Warframe, and I know it's free to play, so I think I'm definitely gonna check it out. And I hear a lot of good things about it. I know my one of my good friends, he plays it all the time, and he's been trying to get me to play it forever. And I think now I'm gonna try it out. I mean, and now that I hear it from more than one person, because I mean I love my friend to pieces, but he doesn't always have the greatest tastes in video games. He's played a lot of interesting choices, I'm going to say. So I don't always take him up on his offers on certain games.
There's me who picks out like any kind of games to play.
It's a grind? Oh, that's fine. I don't mind grinding games. That's perfectly fine with me. I play a lot of grinding games as it is. I mean, I play a lot of RPGs, so grinding is not a problem.
You shouldn't
Yeah.
be.
I'm glad you think so. I mean, it's kind of what I do. I mean, like, what was the last game I did a hardcore grind in? I think it was. What were the interesting choices? Now I'm curious. LOL. Good question.
That is a really good question.
Interesting choices. I don't think it's appropriate for me to say so right now or ever, because some of his interesting choices are interesting. I mean, he plays a lot of good games, and and everything like that. There is the factor he does play a lot of good games, but there's also a lot of games where they're very interesting choices, and I think I'm gonna leave it at that, because I don't think I want to say.
No. No.
Let's just say they're very interesting. I mean, I think everyone has their fair share of interesting games, but I mean... I'm sorry, I'm not trying to intrigue your curiosity. I'm not doing it on purpose. I swear. Know what? Better yet. Later on, I will have him guest star on my channel, and he can talk about his interesting choices games. Because
I don't know if that's a good idea at all. That's probably not a good idea at all. I'm picking up here.
Yeah, so you get it. We all have our interesting choice games every now and then. My friend, I just believe, has a little bit more than most, but I could be wrong.
No, which friend are we talking about? Because there's some of them.
I'm not gonna mention any names until I know for a fact they're okay with me mentioning their names.
Fair point.
Look forward to it. Yeah, absolutely. Of course, when that video comes, I will put a little warning, because he is a good friend of mine, and I've got nothing really bad to say about him. Honestly, I really don't. He's like a brother to me. He's like my annoying little brother that I've adopted and taken care of for all these years. But I will definitely bring him in on one of my channels and have him discuss his more interesting choices in games. Just look forward to that. I will definitely bring that to the table at some point.
I know some of our friends still plays like different kind of games. Like one of our friends who brings over those cool little cards for us for Pokemon. For our DS.
Oh, okay. Nope, I'm still clueless. This is killing you now. I'm sorry. You'll have to wait till that video. You'll have to wait till that video when I have him show up in one of my videos. I'm sure I'll get the chance to bring him in. Actually, I'm hoping once this is all over, hopefully I'm going to be bringing him in to one of my videos, and we'll be doing the recording. Either he's going to come and visit me, or I'm going to go and visit him, and either way the video will be done. Well, I'll definitely have to check out Chilled Fox's channel after this. Because I'm kind of curious myself.
Actually, I'm gonna...
Of course, you know, I usually check out everybody's channel when I see them pop up and communicate with me. So, I don't know if that's saying much.
So, it's Chill Fox. I'm gonna check out her.
No problem.
I'm gonna check out that channel also. Yeah, I'll check out your channel also. I check out a lot of channels and a lot of people's videos and stuff.
Yeah, every time I see somebody pop up in the description or subscribe, I usually check out their channels, and you know, I'll leave a comment, or depending on what the circumstances are. I'm still pretty awkward on the commenting section still, so most of the time though I'll say like, hey, how's it going? I saw your video, you look awesome, thanks for subscribing to my channel, I'm glad to see you're doing well, stuff like that, you know, the usual, like, congrats to you, congrats to me, everybody's happy, right?
Yep.
Well, that's going to be something I'm looking forward to see then. I mean, now I've got two things to be excited about. Because after this, I'll be checking out both of your guys' channel, that's for sure. Yeah, honestly. I mean, I wish they'd bring that back. I heard a lot about that, actually. I may not have been on here for very long, but I've definitely heard about that, and I honestly think they should bring that back. I feel like that would be like a really good idea. But I mean, there's always the extra tab button if you're ever curious, right? I know a lot of people do that too. See, you got another one that's gonna check out your videos too.
I probably will check out both of their videos.
Oh, I know I will. That's just how that's gonna work.
Let's say sides. There's me, who's just like one person to just check out random videos and stuff like that. I'm like that weird one who looks up the creepiest videos ever.
Frustrating indeed. I have to agree. But creepy videos, yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, I know.
You watched some of my creepy videos that I liked.
Yeah, so I mean, like, that's I think fairly obvious. I mean, there's this one game that's about the SCPs I want to check out. I can't seem to track it down though, which is a little frustrating. I'm hoping to track that down and try it out because it looks interesting, and I'm into the creepypastas and SCPs and stuff like that. I think they're really interesting concepts, to be honest.
Well, yeah. Like, there's some videos that I watch that they make themselves. Like, the creepy robot chickie, where she wants to be on this cover magazine. But the problem is she tries to be something that she's not. And...
That sounds like a terrible B-movie.
well, it's...
Siren Head is pretty dope. Yeah, Siren Head's been popping up everywhere lately. Zombie and motorcycle on the PS4. That's a good question. I like zombie games, so you'd think I'd know this.
Zombie... motorcycle. The only thing I could think of as motorcycle, it would be Left 4 Dead.
No, Left 4 Dead doesn't have a motorcycle in it. But it is a good game. I have both. Yeah, I've had that happen before too. I have bought a new game and I went to go tell somebody about it and I completely forgot the name. Days Gone. Ooh, Days Gone. What is that? I don't think I've heard of that one.
Oh, Days Gone? I heard it's for the Xbox too.
Is that another zombie game? Am I gonna have to start catching up on my zombie games again?
I have
Did I fall behind?
I have no idea.
Okay, so it is Days Gone. It is Days Gone. Okay. So maybe I do know what it is. I just didn't recognize the name. Alright. Well, I'm going to have to double check that.
Yeah.
It might be a PS4 exclusive. Oh, again, easy enough to find out afterwards. Are they? That sounds exciting to me. I love a good zombie game, as I'm pretty sure I've established at this point.
Yes, you love your zombie games.
Yeah, definitely got to play it. World War Z, I actually haven't played that one, but I've heard a lot about it. Yes, I absolutely agree. Dead Space does need to make a return. That was such a good game.
I don't know that game.
Dying Light is fantastic.
Okay, I know Dying Light.
I know, like, I have Dying Light. I also have Dead Island. I love the Dead Island series. And honestly, Dying Light and Dead Island, I am definitely a more Dead Island fan, but I do love the Dying Light series. I can't wait for number 2. I don't know if it's been released yet. I haven't checked up on that yet, but I definitely am looking forward to it, and hopefully, you know, I'll be able to get it. But yeah, no, I love those. I love those games actually. And I can't wait until they stop postponing Dead Island 2. I know they've released Dead Island Riptide and Retro, but they keep postponing Dead Island 2. Dying Light has an interesting mechanic. Yeah, honestly, it's definitely a game it's definitely something to dig into. I mean, it is a lot of fun. Especially, did you do the side quest for the Excalibur?
Ooh.
That's okay. And there's a lot of games I suck at too. I think we all have those games.
Yes.
So, I mean, like, that's just a given. Everyone has those games where they just suck at it. I mean, I love Cuphead, but I suck at that game. I absolutely... I am terrible at Cuphead.
There was one game that Cloud let me...
Monster Hunter World is fantastic. I haven't played the Iceborne yet, though. I want to.
I know there was one game that you shown. Oh, it was Little Nightmares.
Yeah, Little Nightmares is fantastic. I love Little Nightmares. It's a little puzzle game where you have to survive. Iceborne is great. I am even more excited now to check that out because I want to get Iceborne. I really do. Yeah, Little Nightmares is it is a great game. I have all the DLCs and the full game for that, and like on my Xbox, and I definitely enjoy playing Little Nightmares. And the DLCs are interesting too.
It's just I'm not allowed to play Little Nightmares if he's asleep.
Yes, I agree with that statement. Little Nightmares 2 needs to happen, and yes, there's a reason for why I have to be awake, because if I'm not awake, usually I find my controller's thrown across halfway across the room. I cannot speak. Yeah, so I have to stay awake when she plays Little Nightmares. But I definitely agree with that statement. I do want a Little Nightmares 2. That needs to happen.
Yes.
Like, it is the story was fantastic. The gameplay is fun. It's hard, but it's also fair, which is a lot of fun. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It is like a Tim Burton's creation, and I am a fan of Tim Burton stuff. As you can
Halloween.
see here, Nightmare Before Christmas on my shirt.
I like Corpse Bride by him. The movie, The Corpse Bride.
Yeah, it is a beautiful game.
Yep, I can't play it if you're not awake.
Although and I will say this, actually the fun fact about Tim Burton, back when we're on that subject, when I get the adapter, I plan on playing Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge on PS2, because I have that. I plan on playing through that, because that game's a lot of fun. If you haven't checked it out, check it out, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, when I get the adapter, I'll be playing through it, so if you want to wait till I play through it and have the adapter, then by all means.
There's a lot of games you and I play.
Yeah? I have a PS1, a PS2, a PS3, and a PS4. I have almost every single Nintendo console except for the Wii U. I had every single console from the Xbox series, except I lost my original Xbox because it got destroyed in the move, unfortunately. So I've been trying to find a replacement one ever since. That's been frustrating.
Console I have is the Xbox 360. I used to have a PS3, but I am trying
Yeah,
to
no,
get...
you shouldn't have. PS2 is a great console, and it has some great games that never got put onto the newer consoles, like Castlevania Curse of Darkness. I know a lot of people don't know that game, but it's one of my favorites. Kingdom Hearts and Jak and Daxter series, yes. Yes, I 100% agree with that. I have every single Kingdom Hearts game, PS2 version and for the remastered ones for the PS4. I don't have Jak and Daxter, unfortunately. I think I have the PS2 version, but I don't have any of the newer ones. Oh, nice. And you sold a bunch. Oh, you sold them. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss. Because I mean, that's a great console to always go back to whenever you need something to do and you just want to go back and relive some good memories. Same with the PS1. I like all the older consoles, to be honest. I play a lot of. I still play my Sega Genesis. I play the original Mortal Kombat and Sonic 2 on my Sega Genesis.
See, that's what I used to have. And then Hulk Smash. I agree with Scott on that one. Hulk Smash. That is life. That is the life.
Well, I mean, that's always the best time to get them too, is when they're shutting down and stuff like that. I mean, I got literally a box full of DVDs from an old video store that I used to be able to rent movies from, but since they were shutting down, I bought pretty much almost all of their DVDs and even a couple of PS3 games, which was fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I know there was a couple of them that you and I do. We went over there and shopped and stuff like that, which I think it was funny the one time we went in there and I was looking at the jewelry.
It is sweet. I've got my collection of games and movies have gone crazy. Yeah, that's always the best, eh?
Mm-hmm.
That's honestly always the best. The older consoles have what a lot of the newer consoles don't have, I find, and you know what? That's something I miss. Yes, some games we have today still have like where you can sit down with a buddy and play on the same console, but there's not a lot of them anymore, and that's always sad. It is really sad, honestly. Yeah, honestly, that's what the online is good for. Yes, I agree with that. But I mean, like, there's also like, I mean, I remember sitting back playing Smash Brothers on the N64 with a couple of people. You know, at my buddy's house, and I met some friends who played as well. What was the first console ever owned? Ooh, that's a good question. Honestly, I'm pretty sure my first console I ever owned was an N64. No, Sega Master System, I believe. Burnout was a fun game, actually. I agree with that.
And if, for Scott's question, because he said he liked racing games, the racing game you should try out, that it's for Need for Speed, and there's a new one for the Xbox.
Commodore 64, yeah, that's a good one.
I have to find that out so I can show you that game.
Yeah, I've always wanted to actually get my hands on a Commodore 64 again. Nice, good choices. Honestly, Atari and SNES, those are some great choices too.
Mm-hmm.
One console I wish I... yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, Atari and SNES, those are, you know what system I missed out on that I really wanted to get? Was the Sega Dreamcast system. I never got to own one. I wanted one so bad, but I missed out on it, which sucked so bad. Yes. I was actually just talking about that earlier in the stream, was Crash Bandicoot, and how I seem to be like obsessed with the third one of each series, because Crash Bandicoot 3 and like Crash Bandicoot Warped, which is the third one, and Spyro Year of the Dragon were the top my favorite out of the trilogies. Yeah, honestly, that's amazing. I'm glad that they're doing that. I'm glad that a lot of consoles and a lot of like PC games and stuff like that are getting a lot of the old games back. I mean,
Kong.
Yeah.
Spyro was my favorite for the GameCube.
You played the GameCube version?
Yep, of Spyro.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, depending on which one, it was okay, but my preference is definitely the original trilogy.
The one that you had for the on their PS4. That's the one I played from the GameCube.
What are you talking about? I have the original remastered trilogy.
That's the one I played for the Xbox. Not Xbox, the GameCube.
Yeah, no, I blame you. I don't blame you at all. Wait, what? Now I'm confused on what you were saying. No, he's just sitting in front of his laptop.
He's doing my job that I was supposed to do, but I really didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So Scott's taking over on that one.
Oh. Ha! Yeah, they did a lot of good. Save Scotty T from the toilet. But yeah, no, honestly, they did do great justice on the remastered versions on Spyro and Crash. I actually bought them as a combo pack when Spyro was in pre-order phase. But yeah, no, I absolutely 100% think they did a great job. The only part I was disappointed in was the one part where they changed it. You remember in the original PS1 version when you flamed the guy in the butt and he would just jump up and down across the bridge? I was a little disappointed how they changed that up a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I mean, that's my only complaint. Other than that, it was perfect.
See, the ones that I remember playing for myself was I remember having Donkey Kong that you can move around.
Yeah.
And you go on ventures and stuff like that. I forget which console that was. But I remember you have to blow on the disc and put it at the back.
Cartridge.
Yeah, the
You're
cartridge.
looking for cartridge, not disc hunt.
Sorry.
Bad Company was a good game. Actually, I used to own that for PC. I actually still have the physical copy, but new laptops don't come with disc trays apparently. So I have a bunch of physical copies of PC games that I just can't play right now until I buy an external disc drive and hope that it'll even register it in the first place. Because I mean, I have Timon and Pumbaa's Jungle Games, back when they were in the cereal boxes. Same with the Mask movie. Yes. You remember when Kellogg's used to do that?
I remember that. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because that's what I got was Timon and Pumbaa, and I remember I used to play that constantly.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I still have them. I honestly do. Actually, do you mind grabbing? It should be a little zip-up case in the cupboard there. You know what I'm talking about?
I could try.
Yeah, see if it's there, and I will show you guys that I still have that game.
Yeah. There's two, so I'm bringing both of them out.
Nice.
I remembered having old school games.
Okay, no, this is it. This one is the PC games. Okay. Okay, where is it? Hold on a sec. Live test. What game is that again? Oh yes.
Woo.
Scarred. I can't remember.
Oh, there's
There
Timon
it
and
is.
Pumbaa.
See? Nice. Well, I heard there's an emulator now that allows you to play old PC games, but I don't know much about that. I'm going to hopefully look into that, and maybe, if I'm lucky, I'll be able to play that game again.
By the way, you're going to help me to find Animal Crossing for the GameCube.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Possible.
don't worry.
What?
I had a lot of brothers growing up, and let me tell you, I lost a lot of games because of it. I had to hide all my favorites.
Scott's shaking his head in the
I
corner.
had to hide all my favorite games in like a corner somewhere in my room just to keep mine in good shape. So I kind of get it. I mean, I'm surprised that, honestly, I'm surprised the Timon and Pumbaa game is in as good shape as possible, because I just recently, like 2 years ago, put it in a case.
Are you still on the stream, Tim?
Yeah, I'm still on the stream.
Yeah, I have 3 sisters actually, so I can relate to that. 3.
I have, on my dad's side, I have 14 sisters and
I love all my
18
siblings to
brothers.
pieces though. But yes, siblings, they can be something sometimes, can't they? And I'm sure they can say the same about us though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe you yet.
Say something in chat.
me.
Yeah.
Low 14?
Oh! yeah. I have 14 sisters and 18 brothers. My dad's ex-girlfriend, I
All
might
half
be...
and step, may I remind.
Yeah. Half and step.
I mean, I have a lot of half and step siblings myself. I have like, okay, so 3 sisters. Then there's... I think I have like...
Which step brothers too.
Yeah, I just have a lot of siblings. I think I'm just gonna put it that way.
Yeah. I might be having 15 sisters or 19 brothers.
Wow.
Though luckily on my mom's side, I only have one little brother. I'm good at that.
Needless to say, I have plenty of family to go around. Hello. Yeah. And the worst part is trying to keep up with all my nieces and nephews. Trying to keep up with that list of names is holy crap. Yeah.
Luckily,
Yeah, honestly, family gatherings, absolute nightmares. Absolutely nightmarish. I mean, I love seeing everybody, but it is nightmare fuel. 18-legged turkey. Maybe. Maybe.
maybe the worst part is only people I know on my dad's side for all of our siblings is my older brother and I and his 2 nephews. Because he's the first oldest, I'm the second. From down there, I don't have a clue.
I'm the oldest on both sides. That's a lot of fun. Let me tell you. Yep. Yes. Yes, it is.
Comment if you want, Scott.
Yeah. Honestly, though, they make all their mistakes with me. Then they hopefully go to fix it on the other ones.
Yeah. For cats, I have...
You just have a cat.
See, I have 2 cats. One's 7-month-old and one's 2-year-old. One's name's Envy, and the other one is Minnie, short form for Midnight. They're my life.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Definitely. I used to actually have 2 turtles. In a big fish tank. I have right beside me, actually. That blanket there is actually covering a giant fish tank.
I used to have baby turtles until one of my old cats I used to have when I lived in Shawville ate them.
Nice.
And when we thought they were like goldfish, but
Yeah.
they're really not.
That's always the unfortunate reality with pets. I've had many of pets over the years, and they've all lived long, healthy lives, I would say, and that's always the good news, right? When we do our best and they live longer for it. Like when I was really young, my first pet I ever had was a goldfish named Goldine, named after the Pokemon. I'm still a Pokemon fan to this day.
Yes,
Both
both are.
But actually, my goldfish lived, I think it was like almost a year longer than her expected lifespan.
See, I used to have goldfish.
Yes, that is the fact. That is the facts. Yes, as long as that is the important part. If they're happy and healthy, and that's exactly it.
For me, it was, I thought at first they were goldfish, but
Yeah.
they're really not.
Actually, speaking of a 16-year-old cat, I remember helping out my grandmother with her cat, Dutchie, who had been around my whole life. She was the same age as me at the time, ironically 16, which is why I think this brought back into memory. But she started growing cysts on her body, so we had to constantly add ointment and try and keep her okay. And one day she found a place to pass away, which was unfortunate. And I hope your cat lives at least another good 2 or 3 years. Honestly, yeah, it was rough. It was a lot of work. It was several months of doing it. Me and Grandma were determined, though. We took care of her till the end, until she finally passed. And honestly, I remember her forever. She was basically one of the cats I grew up with. She was the cat I grew up with at the time. 16 years old, and I was 16 at the time. We were both 16, and she just didn't make it, unfortunately.
For me, I had my
Yeah.
dog.
Well, that's always a good thing too, right? Taking in the strays. I mean, we have a big population out there of stray cats, which is unfortunate, and other animals, in fact. I mean, honestly, I think one of the best things we can do is help these animals out. If we can. I mean, they all deserve homes too. So why are they keep getting ditched out on the streets, right?
Actually, believe it or not, when it came to, I think it was 2 years ago.
Nice.
2 years ago then? That Cloud and I were walking and we saw a stray little kitten, and I picked it up and I brought it to my mom's. And the funny part is, the first thing that came to my mind was Jub Jub. And Cloud turned around.
She literally picked up a stray cat and named it Jub Jub after the TV show. But yeah, no, that's awesome. Jade is a nice name for a cat, honestly. I honestly think we need to do our part to Well, glad to see you're here, Joe. Happy to have you here. We were just talking about pets and stray animals, and how we should be doing our part to help get these animals off the streets. Either be taking them in ourselves or find homes for them.
Yep.
We were just in the middle of that conversation, and we were just telling an old story about how my lovely girlfriend here, Sammy, found a cat. Yeah, no, that's always a good thing. Always be up for adoption. Like, always adopt those little critters. So, like, they deserve it.
Yeah.
They deserve they deserve our love and respect.
Basically, after I kept it for a night because I was looking for a home because I couldn't keep it forever because it was a male. So my friend, when she found my post on Facebook, she was the first one who messaged me, and she's like, I want it. And I said, do you mind it's a male? She's like, nope, what did you name it? Jub Jub. And she's just like, I'm keeping that name. Ever since then, she has Jub Jub.
Nice. Actually, that's amazing. I remember I used to have blue crayfish and a clam that I caught out while I was fishing a couple of times. It was weird though because I didn't expect to catch those. It was an interesting situation because it was funny because yeah, have a good night. Press to play. Why did I have to? I'm sorry. Have a good night. Press to play. Yeah, you and me both. Actually, I was actually thinking about getting myself some like Bleeding Heart Tetras and some. I adopted my landlords. Veterinarians. Nice.
Actually, believe it or not, I used to have a bird when I lived on a farm. And believe it or not, this one here didn't even believe me, but I used to have a pet lion.
Actually, yes, it is actually true. Despite having a hard time believing it, I saw the photos. She really did have a lion cub. She doesn't obviously have said lion cub anymore. It's
No.
out in a reserve somewhere.
It's basically was shifted back to its hometown because since it
Homeland.
was homeland.
I don't think lions live in towns. I mean,
No.
I mean, technically it did for a little while.
Yeah.
All right. Great to be talking to you. You have a good night. And yes, see you soon.
But yeah, no, basically he's no longer in Canada. He's in Africa in a good civilly home where he will never go out in the wild. Basically because of the simple facts that he was handled by humans. He was not good with the zoo at all because he wanted to be...
The lion's name is Boomer, by the way.
Yes, you could even look it up for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully you get some good rest.
Yeah.
And have a good night. And I'm glad you enjoyed I'm glad you stopped by. Glad you enjoyed the chat.
No, but we used to have a parrot named, what was it called? Pickle. We call him Pickle.
I gotta be honest, you come up with the weirdest names for animals. I'm not gonna lie.
That's not my bird, though. I was not the one who named it.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see you in another stream. Check out my channel if you want. I'm pretty sure the link has been shown up a few times in this stream. Thanks to Scotty T over there.
That's actually pretty cool, dude. Joe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I like Florida, actually. Couple of my mom's friends, they go down to Florida for vacations and stuff like that. There is one that I do want to visit is LA and Ireland. Those are one of the places that I wanted to see.
Makes sense.
Well, yeah. Here's your light.
Thank you.
Let me guess you're away from me. But no. Also, I used to have a pet deer, too. Bambi.
What part of Canada? Ontario.
Yeah.
Really? You know what? I don't know if I believe that. I mean, I had to see pictures for the lion. I don't know how I feel about the deer. I know that one's more believable than definitely the lion was. Like, that is something
My mom
that's
has
that's going to be something forever going to be a part of my disbelief mind. Even though I've seen the pictures, I've seen you with the cub, I still struggle to believe that. Even though I've seen it for myself, I'm not going to lie.
Not a lot of people believe me when I said I used to have a pet lion named Boomer.
Honestly, can you blame anyone? I mean, seriously. Yeah, we live in Ontario, and up north in Ontario,
Near Ottawa.
near Ottawa. That's it. We're gonna that's the area. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry,
No. There was crazy animals, especially tarantulas. I remember having tarantulas and parrots and snakes.
Yeah, see those I 100% can believe. I used to have a pet gardener snake.
I had a pet python.
Nice.
It was not mine, but where we lived, because we didn't have our own place yet. So basically,
Oh, so it wasn't your pet; it was someone else's.
yeah.
Okay.
But I was
You need to clarify that it's technically not your pet,
no.
but you had one in your life.
Yeah.
I had the same situation. My aunt had what kind of snake was it again? I can't remember. For the life of me, I can't remember what type of snake it was. But the poor thing, she went to go give it a bath and almost boiled it alive.
Jeez.
Yeah, unfortunately. And that was when I heard about that. That was brutal. I was not happy. I was like, "What are you doing, woman?" Yeah, we have a good healthcare system. Some people are coming out, not a lot. I mean, where I am, it's not very. The case is not very high here. I think there's only been stated of like one case where I am.
No,
But
there's
in-
been 6 cases.
Okay, so there's been 6 cases apparently, but people are still a little shaky about going out. It's not as bad as Ottawa, which is apparently really bad off right now.
Yes, indeed.
Which, I hope my friends are okay out there.
Yeah.
This pandemic is definitely being something. I'm hoping it ends soon. I'm hoping that the vaccine they're testing out actually pans out. I heard they're working on a vaccine, so I hope that gets sorted out soon. If not, then well, I guess we're just gonna be,
But not a lot. Like, I know some people here near Ottawa, like some of us, we just do what we need to do.
Hello there, Tavy Smith.
Abby.
Tavi?
Abby Smith.
I'm sorry, I might be butchering your name.
Sorry, I have speech problems, so if I say your name wrong, I do apologize ahead of time. But it's caught you up onto your things. We're just talking about.
Literally anything that pops up in conversation now, I think.
If
We
you
were
have.
talking about video games. We were talking about a little bit on anime. We talked a little bit on pets. We're talking a little bit on the situation of the
COVID-19.
COVID-19. Yeah. So we're just talking about a little bit of everything.
Literally everything.
Anything and everything that pops up.
And if you have a thing that you want to talk about, feel free. Jeez, I can't speak right now.
Well, you sound like you're starting to get dehydrated, honey. Why don't you get yourself a glass of water?
I will.
It's not good to be dehydrated.
No, it's not.
Gotta keep ourselves hydrated, right?
Well, I do have my drink. It's over by Scott.
Well, why don't you go get it?
Well, I don't support them. Thank you, Sky. You're such a sweetheart.
Don't ruin my reputation.
So, yeah, this is kind of what we're doing. We're just kind of chatting about everything. You know, life finds a way.
I remember I used to have
References to the movies I watch.
Oh, speaking of movies, I still want to watch Friday the 13th.
Those are some good movies.
Yes. Friday versus Jason. I have to admit, for a girl who doesn't cry in chick flick movies, me with horror movies, I'm like, that chick will cry.
She cried because Jason was getting hurt by Freddy.
Yes. That's my chick flicks. Horror movies are mine.
That's not even a joke.
No,
I wish it was.
It's
It was
not.
a weird situation.
Yes. Because we were watching it and I cried. I cry a lot of horror movies that I really like. Like the story of Leatherface, actually. When I watched the movie about him, how he came to be Leatherface, I cried in that movie. Because it got...
I don't know why. I seriously don't understand it. So, I mean, I get it, you know, situations happen, life happens, and they're movies, though. I mean,
Well,
what more can you say? I mean, I heard that Leatherface is based on a true story, sure, but I don't know much about that, so I'm not going to confirm whether or not that's true.
it was on Netflix. I watched it at your mom's place, actually. And it was on Netflix.
That
And
doesn't surprise me, actually. That really
No.
doesn't.
no.
That does not surprise me at all.
And literally when I watched it, and I literally was crying.
But, yeah. Yeah. I don't know what more I can say there. One thing's for sure is that I think what we should do is swap out, so that way we can get Scott back on here, because I'm sure everyone's dying to see him instead of just hearing him in the comment section.
Yes.
And then maybe do this for a little bit longer and then close things up, because it is hitting about 4 o'clock in the morning where we're at. So
Yep.
I'll be there shortly.
Shortly he'll be here. But no, the reason why I cried in the Leatherface movie is because the storyline. That would hit me the most. When he was talking about how he came in to be Leatherface. That's what hit me the most. Of how he came to be it. I'm not saying any more details.
Yeah, I don't want to give out spoilers,
No.
especially to everyone who hasn't seen it out there and who wants to go check it out.
Exactly.
Um,
But I have to say, I cried because of the fact that it's sad. It was really sad.
she cries to horror movies. Usually when the serial killer is getting hurt. That's all I've got to say about that. It's not even the people that they go after. It's always the killer itself. It's an interesting time watching horror or slasher movies with her sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
There's one horror movie that I don't know if some of you heard of it. Wolf Crawl.
Cry Wolf?
No, Wolf Claw. It's a really horror gruesome movie. I was not a big fan of it just because the simple facts how gory it was. It was too much for me. Chucky.
Yep. Chucky is. Yes. Child's Play is an amazing movie series.
I like Tiff. Tiff, I love.
Chucky's amazing. That one is a survivor. That one is definitely a survivor. I mean, how he even became the way he is because he was running away from the cops and then did a spell, I think it was. And then he possessed a doll. He put his spirit in a doll when he was killed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're doing a swap.
Yep.
It's about time, right?
Yep.
Hey there, party people.
See, now we've got Scotty T back.
Put you on the hot seat there, Paul. You did pretty good.
Yeah, it was a little it was awkward a little bit from you. I'm not gonna lie.
Your
But I
turn
mean,
to-
I'm glad everyone enjoyed my company.
Hey, how you doing out there? Hey, Joe? See Sonny Stormage in the house.
What are you doing? What are you doing now?
Just checking out the stream.
Yeah, the stream's going fine. You've been writing comments the entire time. This is keeping up pretty good.
So no, yeah, things are good.
Thank you.
Yeah, improv stream.
Yeah, no, thank you for the congrats. I'm doing my best here.
And that's all we all do. Sometimes, like even yesterday when I screwed up my own stream and Brianne went on and I went and checked out her. I was on panel with I've been on a lot of panels and Brianne and Diana Fairchild. I've been collabing with her and being on her panels and stuff like that. So we're all gonna connect at some point as well
Okay.
with Diana. And do that. So this channel was originally a recovery community channel, and then it just changed to like a life skills nature channel. And now I have my new channel, the Scott Kovac channel, which is just going to be like, purely pretty much just nature videos and stuff like that. It has a few of my older stock videos from this channel because I wasn't able to actually get out in the nature and all that at this point. But I'm gonna try to really focus on getting some of my other, even if it is stock videos, all my videos from when I was at the Ojibwe Parkway and stuff like that. Do any of you collect comics? Maybe that was a connection.
Comic
books.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Comic books, graphic novels, novels, you name it, I've got them. I've got a whole bin of comic books that ironically used to belong to this guy right here, but after due to some circumstances that showed up, they ended up in my care, and they're still in great shape.
Well, a few of them. So I have a story about a comic book collection. Me and my dad, my bio dad, we started collecting comic books, and then I guess inherited the collection, and I had the comic book collection appraised, and it was appraised at $52,000.
Wow.
So I ended up living with some people that I was working for, and I had left my comic book collection at their house because I had nowhere else to store my collection. And so the next thing I know is I'm being told that they've gotten rid of my collection. It's gone out to the garbage. They put it out for the garbage collectors.
Ooh.
And so I was very, very angry for a very, very long time. Now, I don't know if they actually put it out to the curb or if they sold it or what happened, but you know, I had to get over that. It's just stuff. I can get stuff back. But yeah, that's my comic book collection story. That was pretty brutal.
So you've had about 2 or 3 collections at this point.
Yes.
And you've lost them every single time.
Well, I've had one ginormous collection over the years. I've tried to collect more and more and stuff like that. Like I had a comic book before Bugs Bunny was Bugs Bunny, when Bugs Bunny was Boppo Bunny.
Boppo Bunny. Oh my.
From back in like the 1950s.
Oh,
like
Jesus.
I had a lot of the 4-color comic books. I had some old comic magazines. Like me and my dad would go to the comic store, and we always had the newest comics. We had the comic book where Superman died, and it was like worth like $25 a shot at that point. Just buying it, we didn't even take one of them out of the packaging. It was in the gold and silver gold and silver packaging, the foil packaging and all that.
Wow.
So yeah, like my favorite comic characters are Hulk and the Incredible Hulk and Wolverine. They're my 2 most favorite characters, Marvel characters. So yeah, you know, I like Thor, I like Iron Man. I'm very sad right now with the whole Iron Man situation. But I believe that situation was fitting. I think that the way they did that with Iron Man was correct. But that was
All right.
that's a huge deal.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give you a tough question here.
Okay.
And I'll answer the question as well, just for everybody here. Your number 1 favorite comic book character.
My all-time favorite comic book character.
Hero and villain. We're gonna go with both, and we'll throw the anti-villains in there too, because they deserve some love. So those 3 you have to choose. So there's 3 from each category. There's 1 from each category.
I like Magneto's got to be my favorite supervillain. He's my favorite. Now there's Marvel and there's DC as well, right?
Yeah, you get to choose from any of the comic book series.
So for probably my favorite Marvel character of all time, other than like Wolverine and the Incredible Hulk, I think that Ant-Man is pretty interesting.
All right, so you got a hero and you've got a villain. Now you need an anti-hero, which is the one that does both.
So like a neutral kind of character?
Yeah, a neutral super. Like, for example, like Venom or Deadpool or...
Oh, so that Deadpool's awesome. I like Deadpool. Deadpool is amazing. I love his personality. I love his
Oh,
persona.
he wants you to add DC categories as well. So these are your Marvel choices.
Like DC.
Yeah, now you gotta choose your DCs too.
Kingpin has got to be my favorite DC villain. He's
Kingpin's a good one, yeah.
I like
That's a good
Kingpin.
one, actually.
Kingpin. It's a toss up between Kingpin and Doctor Octopus.
I believe they're still Marvel though.
Oh no!
Yeah, because
Kingpin-
Spider-Man is
Oh.
Marvel, genius.
Spider-Man is Marvel.
Yeah, Spider-Man's Marvel. Yes, Spider-Man did make an appearance in one of the original comic books, but he was shut down by the Justice League and he stayed in Marvel. But he was also one of the first ones sold off. Nice choice. Harley Quinn, Catwoman? Yeah. Yeah, Harley Quinn is an anti-hero.
Yeah, Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is a rockin' supervillain.
Yeah. Well, actually, she's an anti-hero.
Anti-hero. Okay.
Yeah, she starts off as a villain, and then she becomes a hero, and then she kind of does her own thing after that.
Oh,
Yeah, Catwoman's an anti-hero as well.
all right.
And FYI, those are DC.
Yes, those are DC characters.
So-
Yeah, because that's like Batman, like the
Yes.
Joker.
There you go. Now you're
Okay.
cluing into the. Now you're rolling into
That-
the DC.
I've
Universe.
kind of totally lost interest in Batman. They beat Batman to death with a ugly stick, and I want
Ain't that
nothing
the
to
truth?
do with Batman anymore. Superman. So Superman would be DC.
Yes, Superman's DC.
So Superman's interesting because after Superman died, and they split up all his DNA, and they were supposed to split up Superman's DNA into all these other superheroes or whatever.
That's in
I-
one of the
I
universes.
kind
yes.
of lost. I never really got contact. I didn't follow through with that. So I'm not sure exactly what happened with that whole scenario with his DNA split up into different heroes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um,
But what are your favorites on that category? We're gonna go back to the question here. You've been throwing Marvel characters like there's nobody's business. You started to get into DC group, so now
No,
time to
but
go into
no.
that category.
Superman is DC.
Yes, Superman is DC. Oh, so you're choosing him as your favorite hero from DC.
Superman. I like Superman.
Okay, so who's your favorite villain and who's your favorite anti-hero?
So DC would be the Joker. The Joker would be my favorite villain.
Okay. And now you need the anti-hero.
The anti-hero.
Yeah, the one that plays both sides.
I like Catwoman. Catwoman is cool.
Alright. Well, now that you finally answered them, I told you I'd answer them back.
Okay.
Alright, so to keep things fair, since we're going with Marvel and DC, but I do have a couple on the side that I do like. That I do appreciate, like Hellboy and Spawn, but they aren't a part of those categories, unfortunately. But they do make appearances in those categories due to like some video games and other comics. But I'll stick with Marvel and DC in this case. So my favorite hero from Marvel would probably have to be. Actually, that one's a tough one because I've always been a bigger fan of the villains than I have been of the heroes. Probably Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Thor's
Thor's awesome.
got humor. Even in the comics, he's got some humor.
Yeah.
And in the later movies, he's had some great humor as well. I mean, it was the Hulk for a long time, but
Yeah.
I think Thor's kind of trampling that a little bit. I think that's still pretty balanced between the two.
Yeah.
My favorite villain in the Marvel universe. Now that one's going to be tough because, quite frankly, I love a lot of the villains. Much love to the villains. In fact, I find they put more effort in most of their villains than they do in their heroes. So, on both sides, in all honesty, they
Yeah.
put more background in the villains than they do.
The superheroes.
Yeah. So I mean, for villains on the Marvel side, I think I would have to go with. That's a tough one. Carnage. has to be Carnage.
Okay, Carnage.
Carnage is straight. He is a psychopathic serial killer with Venom's DNA. I don't know what more I can say to that.
Sounds pretty rockin'.
Yeah. And then for anti-hero, it is a tie for me, and I will admit it. It is between Deadpool and Venom. I can't decide between them if I'm being honest. I love both of their character attributes. They're great. I don't know what more I can say. I love Deadpool's attitude, and I love Venom's abilities. I think that's the best way I can say that. Green Goblin's pretty cool.
Yeah, Green Goblin's pretty neat too. I like Green Goblin.
And then if we're going into DC, probably either Raven or Cyborg for hero.
Okay, yep.
Most likely Raven. I don't know why, but Raven's always been kind of like that cool character to me. But I like Cyborg too.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like, they're pretty close, but I think Raven beats Cyborg just by a bit. Then if we're going into the villains, however, that's a tough one because again, I like a lot more of the villains than I do the heroes. I think one of the best villains in the DC universe, though, in my opinion, would probably... I have to agree, it's got to be Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Joker is evil to his core. Like, that guy is... he is the definition of the bad guy. He has the most basic background, but he is like the definition of the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. X-Men and the Raven and Space Boy.
Nice. And as for the anti-heroes in the DC universe, that one's a struggle. That one's really a struggle. That one's a struggle for me because there's a lot of good anti-heroes.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to agree with. I think I have to agree with the majority here. You know what? I think I'll have to go with
Diablo.
Yeah, the guy who turns into like the big fire demon in Suicide Squad.
Okay.
He's in the comics. He is an anti-hero. He's mainly a villain, but he does play the hero when he needs to. So Diablo's definitely my man from the DC universe. Scarecrow's a great villain.
As a villain.
Oh,
mixed with DC
yes.
Wizard of Oz. Oh wow, yeah.
Scarecrow, yes. Oh, I completely forgot about Scarecrow. He's a fantastic DC villain. I actually
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. That's a Marvel.
That's Marvel as well.
Yeah. Ghost Rider.
Oh
is
yeah,
Marvel.
that's Marvel.
And a great character, by the way.
Yeah.
I believe he's also an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to say I would say he's an anti-hero. Because I don't see him really doing all... He does good, but he also does his own thing from time to time, kind of like Spawn.
Yeah.
Or Hellboy. Hellboy's an anti-hero.
Yeah, Hellboy's a good example of that as well.
Yeah, Spawn and Hellboy are great examples of anti-heroes. They both kind of do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Spawn is kind of just on his own thing, and so is Hellboy. I mean, after who he considers his dad passing away, he kind of goes left field there. So, I mean... I would never call Hellboy a hero, but I'd never call him a villain. He does more good than he does bad.
I wouldn't call him a villain at all.
Hellboy?
Yeah.
Oh, he does make the wrong choices from time to time. I mean, I have one of the comic books where he makes one of those bad choices.
That makes me a super villain. I occasionally make bad decisions.
Well, I'm saying he's an anti-hero.
All
He
right.
does his own thing.
All right. I'm an anti-hero then.
Don't worry. It's better than being the bad guy, apparently.
All right.
But
Excuse me.
yeah, no, that's been an informative conversation, I think.
The first movie Ghost.
Yes.
Yes, the first
The
one.
first one was
yes.
good.
Yeah, absolutely.
The second one was... I'd watch it more than once, but maybe not too many times.
No.
It's like an occasional thing.
Yeah.
I find the second one being, the first one though, great.
Yeah, the
I
first
got
one
the
was
special
amazing.
edition of that, and it's just beautiful. Like that's mint.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, honestly, like I'm definitely down for Ghost Rider one. That was definitely the better one. Um, oh, when it comes to the movies, now that's you know what, that's a good question we can bring up right now. Um, what's your favorite comic book based movie?
Oh.
I'll answer that too, and I've got time to think at least.
My comic book. Well, it's not a comic book animated movie.
I didn't say animated. I just said adaptation of the movie. Like it was originally a comic book and then it was made into a movie. Is what I'm trying to say. And what's your favorite one out of those? That's a tough one, right?
It is a tough one because there's been a lot. There's been a lot of Marvel movies. DC some has a few movies.
Yeah.
Man. I like the X-Men movies. The beginning, the first movies,
Yeah.
right? So I like the X-Men movies.
Well, which one would you say is your favorite out of all of them? You know what? We'll make things easier. We'll categorize it back to Marvel and DC again.
Yeah.
And then maybe a third party as the extra third one in this case.
Okay.
Just to make things a little more interesting. So, like, to make it adds a little bit more to it, right? So, let's do this.
So the Marvel movies for me probably would have to be the I like the original Incredible Hulk movie.
Okay, so there's your Marvel one. Now, what's your DC?
My DC one probably would have to be the I did like the original Batman movie. I like the original stuff. I like the grassroots, nothing's been screwed with kind of movies, where it goes right from the origins of how things came about and stuff like that. So the I did like the original Batman movie where it was like the Joker and all the screens were all tilty and the bang and the boom. I like that when they had all the supervillains running around in crazy outfits.
Yeah. All right.
You know, so like those are the original movies that like really attracted me to the comic genre in the first place.
Oh.
Right? That's why I started collecting the comic books. I got interested in the heroes and the villains and the backstories, and I wanted to learn more. I wanted to dig deeper into the Marvel universe or the DC universe. I actually not only had the comic books, but I had like the DC universe manuals and the Marvel like manuals and stuff like that. So I was able to actually go back in the backgrounds and the origins of all the characters and research, and then that's how I began to say, okay, well, these characters are interesting. Let's check them out.
Yeah.
Right. So that's how I got into comic book collecting in the first place.
Okay.
You know. So
Well, hey, that's
yeah.
good news. Okay, so what's your third party comic book favorite movie?
What would be a good example of a third party comic book kind of dealy?
Well, let's face facts.
Like the Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, they're Marvel.
They're Marvel.
Yeah, those are Marvel. I think Spawn, Hellboy, like we were originally talking about before.
Okay.
So like movies like those.
Like spin-off kind of oddball characters that were not really, they're put on the back burner, but they actually featured them in a movie, and it was like awesome. They actually featured this character in a movie, kind of deal.
Kinda, but they're not a part of the big tyrants of DC or Marvel. So, as long as they're not a part of those two universes.
I got one for you.
Oh,
Elf.
Elf. Oh, yes.
I had all of the Elf comic books.
See, that one's valid because it was a comic book first. All right, but I didn't know they had a movie though. I thought
Yeah.
it was a TV show.
It was a TV show. I think they actually had a special movie series, not series, but it was like a Christmas special or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't watched Elf in years. I would love to go back and watch
Yeah,
that.
the
honestly.
Shumways with Lucky the Cat. And Mel, he was from Melmac.
Archie, nice, good choice.
Archie's good. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was a good call on your part. That was one that came out of left field. I'm sure no one expected that. I know I didn't.
Yeah.
All right, I guess it's my turn. In all fairness, so favorite Marvel movie. Probably Deadpool. Probably Deadpool. I like the Venom movie as well, and I really hope a sequel comes out for that. I know Deadpool's, hopefully coming out with a third one soon. Looking forward to that. I mean, I heard the second movie of Deadpool came out, I literally got my Deadpool t-shirt, my Deadpool hat, everything I had that was Deadpool on to go watch that movie.
Awesome.
Like, everybody knew when I was at the movie theaters what I was going to see. Like, the lady looks at me and goes like, Deadpool 2? I'm like, yes! Like, I got all excited. I got dressed up for the part and everything.
Nice.
So definitely, like, I mean, I've got some good memories with the other movies. Like, when I first watched the first Avengers, I went with a group of friends and had a lot of fun with that. And I've got a lot of good memories with other ones as well. But I gotta say, Deadpool, fantastic movies. And then we'll go into the next, I guess, was DC, right?
Yep.
Unpopular opinion, Suicide Squad Extended Edition. Just saying, I loved that movie. I thought it was fantastic. I know it's an unpopular opinion.
I wasn't impressed.
A lot of people aren't, and I know the comic book background.
Yeah.
And I understand why people were upset. Don't get me wrong. I know the comic books, but I still loved it all the same. It was still a great story. It was still told well. The characters were well placed.
Yeah.
Like, that was the most important part to me. And, it was also, I believe, the first movie me and my sister went to go see in theaters together.
Awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah, so it not only does it have, like, a sentimental value background, it's got, like, I actually liked how they portrayed the characters. They portrayed them well.
Okay.
I wasn't mad at that. I was a little frustrated with some of it, I will admit. But I saw it for what it was. And I definitely, and like I said, keywords extended edition, because the extended edition added a little bit of extra that just made it more. Made it a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Pretty cool.
Then as for, we're going off to the side here. Hands down, I gotta go with my homeboy Spawn. I gotta.
Mm-hmm.
Spawn's been one of my favorite comic book characters for
He's
years.
just badass.
I love Spawn. I love Spawn to pieces. I mean, he is, like, as soon as I heard he's in Mortal Kombat 11, I want to buy the game because Spawn's in it. That's legitimately the reason why I want to buy it, is because Spawn's in it. Spawn has been an all-time favorite character of mine for years. I remember the first time I ever watched Spawn was the live-action movie at Grandma's.
Oh,
Actually.
Okay.
Yeah, and when she put it on, I just couldn't take my eyes off it. I loved the character, and then when I got deeper into the lore and the background of Spawn,
So you gotta back and forth now. How many spots do you have?
you have 1 to 30? Nice. Yeah, no problem about the back and forth thing. by
It's
the way.
okay. I do that all the time. It's all
Um,
good. Hey, Jelly Duck 100's in the house. Party people in the house.
Hey, Jelly Duck.
Hey, how you doing? It's amazing to
Um,
see you.
Good question. I actually own the live action movie. I have, I believe, one of the comics. Um, Unfortunately, I'm having a hard time finding a lot of the Spawn stuff. I got the Spawn. I have the Spawn
Someone's in the
animated
chat.
show,
Hmm?
and I
Jelly
have
Duck is in
some
the chat.
almost all of the Spawn animated movies. So
Who
I
is
almost
it
have the whole
first?
collection on that. And I'm only missing the comic books, really. That's honestly what I'm missing. And I'm hoping to get those at some point. But until then, you know, I'll do what I can. But, I mean, good for you. 1 to 30, I'm honestly impressed.
I need some water.
Honestly, I am dehydrated as well. So, I think I'll be making a return in just a moment. Unless he's grabbing me a drink, too. I don't know. I'll wait till he gets back and see what he's doing.
We're probably gonna wrap up.
Well, I know we're gonna wrap up soon, but we're gonna be in this a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Okay, I'll get some beverages or something.
Okay, well that sounds awesome. Okay, well I guess I'm gonna be keeping you guys company for the time being until he gets back.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, I'll definitely check that out. If I can get some Spawn merch, I'm definitely happy about that. By the way, hello, Chris64. I'm not confident that I can say the first part because I don't know if I'm reading it correctly. It's getting kind of late and my eyes are a little fuzzy. So, Scott, you want to help out here?
Who's in the house? Oh, Carolina Chris 26. Hey, party people in the house, welcome. If you see anyone in the chat you're not familiar with, check out their channels. What I do is I put a video on the watch later list and check them out after the stream or sometime you have during some time off. You get some extra time. I always go back to my watch later list, and I just go through my list, and I just make sure everyone gets comments, and I share their videos, like their videos, and that's what I do. So yeah, we're featuring DarkAnubisGameZ here.
Hello.
We're growing his channel. He's got a game reaction channel. He knows so much about anime and movies and video games, and he's building his own video games as well. I don't know, Joe. You don't know Joe. Well, go check out his channel and see if you like his content. If you like his content, put a video on the watch later list and get back to him. I hope you're having a good time, having a good night or morning or evening, wherever you're at. And if you want to talk about a topic, just shout it out and you can talk about a topic.
Yep. We've been talking about comic books and movies and etc. right at the moment.
Okay. Alright, so you're connecting with each other. That's awesome. I really appreciate that.
Good news.
I gotta go get something to drink.
Yeah, can you grab me something too?
Yeah.
Alright, until he gets back, I guess I'll be keeping you guys company. So, what topic shall we jump on now? Because I'm not quite sure. I mean, yeah. Who are my favorite artists? Artist as in music? Or artist as in art? Like, there's a lot of there's a lot of different types of artists out there. All forms, okay. That's a good question. Let's see. Nice. All right. Well, for music artists, I like a lot of different music. Actually, I kind of jump all over the place. But I'd have to say one of my favorite artists would have to be probably JT Music is one of my favorites. I would have to say is they do pretty good. They do a lot of video game music. I like. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, the art chemist. Hey, thank you for coming in. Hope you're doing well.
Green Day, that's a good one too. Guns N' Roses, Metallica, AC/DC,
ICP.
Twisted, Boondocks.
1,000 Foot Crunch.
We have very similar music taste for the most part. We only differ a little bit.
Yeah. I'm very much more eclectic. I like a lot more different genres of music as well.
Is that the word for it?
Mm-hmm. Eclectic.
Hey, how's it going?
God Tank, yo bros, how you doing? Welcome, party people in the house. Hope you're doing good. We're just chilling, talking about all kinds of topics like video games and movies and comic books
And we just recently got into the topic of artists.
and artists, music.
Music artists, art, all the different kinds.
I'm an artist. I like to paint. I play music. I'm a YouTube creator. I create all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Artists, different artists. I like a lot of different. Like when it comes to music, I am. What's the word again?
Eclectic.
I get. Yeah, I've never heard that word before, but apparently it sums it up.
Mhm.
My music is all over the place.
Yeah.
Um.
My favorite artist is Jim Lee, Bob Ross, and Philip Tan.
Nice. Good choices, actually. I'm not too familiar with the last one, Philip Tan, but I am familiar with Bob Ross and Jim Lee. More familiar with Bob Ross, if I'm being honest, though. That one's probably the one I'm most familiar with.
My favorite artist is Salvador Dali. And I don't know if anyone else is familiar with Salvador Dali, but he has all the paintings with like the melting clocks and elongate animals.
Oh, okay. So
and-
that's who did that.
yeah, that's
okay.
Salvador Dali.
Okay, well I like this
That's
too.
why I like the abstract art and stuff like that.
I also like a lot of photography. I'd have to say. I think I'm a lot more in photography, like of sceneries and animals and stuff like that. And whenever I see a good painting of an animal, most of the time I'm gonna like it. I'm not gonna say all the time because there are a couple, but most of the time.
go to the channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, another music artist I'm gonna mention here is Voltaire. That's another good one I like. I like Voltaire.
Double click on someone new.
So right here.
So click on
Um.
this one.
This one, okay.
Okay. Double
Yeah.
click on the name. Okay. Now copy.
You drag it here.
No. Up here. Go here. Paste. No, just paste.
Artist.
paste.
You can get the double click.
I think I've pretty much summed up a lot of the artists that I like.
And what I do
I'm
to
sure there's
figure
some
out-
I'm not thinking of off the
go
top of my
back
head right
to
now.
the channel
That will
we're
probably
at,
come to me
and
later
make sure
when it's
it's
not
the
important.
right
Because that happens
Yeah.
to me a
Go
lot,
back to the
unfortunately.
channel. It is the right picture. No, don't do it here. Go to the channel. Then subscribe.
I also like a lot of video game art. You know, like the people who like do paintings of like video game characters and stuff like that. I generally like a lot of those too.
Copy.
I think that's a safe one to say for me,
Back to-
but
back here.
it's also
Paste.
I like video games. That's I think
Okay,
that much is
now-
obvious.
A couple times. Yeah, whatever. Go back to channel. Double click up here. Make sure all of this is great. Now copy.
Yeah, nothing's
Back
coming to mind at the
where we're
moment.
at.
So yeah, I'll probably remember when it's not important anymore.
I'm gonna send.
Yeah.
Because that's my
And
luck.
then I want you to do that for anyone new that is into with us right now.
So,
So DarkAnubis here. Do the same thing.
Ooh, got some in my eye.
Make sure you got the whole name. If you just double click right on the name, it'll automatically do it.
I tried to do that.
Let's see here.
Copy. Go here.
I don't know. What do you got? Any more artist kind of concepts you can think of?
So when I was in Brantford, and we went to a festival, and the whole music aspect of who I am today. We went to the festival, and I like drumming. So the Dragon Ritual drummers, they're a drumming circle band. And so I went and I wanted a drum. So I bought a drum. I bought the first drum. So I go and I start playing the drum with the Dragon Ritual drummers off to the side on the picnic table, and I'm banging away on this drum, and the skin breaks on the drum. I'm like, okay, this is an actual animal skin, so I'm gonna go see if I can get this drum replaced. And they had already heard me playing up to the time that the skin, the top of the drum had broken. So they went and they actually gave me an even more expensive drum than the one that I actually bought. And so I ended up playing the whole set with the Dragon Ritual drummers. And after I played the whole set with them, all of them actually signed my drum. You know, and I didn't know I could actually play. And once I started playing, it was like a primal kind of thing that went in me, and I just started playing, and I didn't even know the music.
I've had that happen before.
I didn't even know the music, and I'm playing with them, and
I did that actually. I went to when I was in high school. I was brain function. When I was in high school, my computer teacher walked in the center of class and said, "Does anyone here play an instrument?" So I raised my hand because I play bass, electric bass guitar, 4-string, and I hadn't played in years at that point. And he's like, "Okay, we'll come into the back with me." So we go into the back. He picks up his guitar and he starts playing, and I'm like, "Okay." You know, and then I all I know is I get lost in the music and I start playing along, and I'm playing the bass again like I had just been playing it yesterday.
Awesome. Right on. Yeah, your Uncle John is like that.
Yeah.
He can play anything.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
It's awesome. So I got this drum and I played the whole set with the Dragon Ritual drummers.
By the way, hey Jay. Jay Harrison?
Hey, Jay
Hansen, sorry.
Hey, welcome, Jay Hansen. Thank you for being here with us this tonight.
I apologize. I
Nope.
messed up your name.
It's all good. So I they signed my drum, and from then on, I just loved the drum. So now, right today, I actually have a big African drum, with like a big sea turtle handed on top of it, and her name is Luna, and she's this big African drum. I like going down
You
by
stay
the
safe,
water
too.
in the forest, and I'm gonna have some drumming in my videos out in nature.
Nice.
Oh, Carolina, Chris, 26, you heading out? Thank you for being here with us this evening,
Yeah.
and I hope to see you again. Hope that we see you again in the comment section underneath after the live stream. It's also a comment underneath afterwards, and also on our videos as well. And if you haven't connected with Dark Anubis Games, Dark Anubis Games link will be in the chat. The real DJ, Fruit Loops. Hey, welcome, party people in the house.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here with us this evening. We're featuring Dark Anubis Games here this evening.
Yep, and we were just on the topic of musical instruments. And speaking of which, I thought I'd bring up the fact that I am currently learning how to play the harmonica. Just a simple little thing. I picked it up, and I've been learning how to play it.
Here came a guitarist, Zach Wild. Awesome, Zach Wild. Dimebag, Johnny Winter, Joe Satarini, I think it is. BB King, Eric Clapton, Herman Lee, and Eddie Van Halen. Awesome, all amazing artists. Yes,
Absolutely.
right on. Who's not in there? Lenny Kravitz? Lenny Kravitz. Yeah, Lenny Kravitz was an amazing guitarist as well.
Yeah.
He played at Woodstock. So yeah, that's yeah, like music and art and all that is a big part of my life too. Like I've been getting more connected with music and stuff myself lately. You know, music is a good outlet to just let loose, and you know, I love to sing. You know, I'll sing along with the music. I like to interact. I emote a lot.
So, what do we like doing?
I just
Oh, I do like Korn. Korn is good. Iron Maiden, yep. Yep.
started learning how to do. Oh, ink art. Awesome. Check me on Instagram. And where are you two from? Oh, we're up near Ottawa, Ontario.
Yeah.
What do we like to do? Well, we watch a lot of anime. We listen to a lot of music. We like to make videos and do this with you guys.
Yeah. I play video games and react to them for the most part. That's kind of what I do on my channel.
Masters of Puppets. Yeah.
Yeah. Smashing Pumpkins is a good one too.
The comic community is widespread. Art.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
But there's so I remember when you could go to the comic store and like buy a comic for like $3, $5, and now comic books are like $8, $10 or more because all of the new paper, like they're all the glossy paper and all of them in now.
Nice.
Oh, cool, man. I love Canada. I only been to Ontario and Montreal. Okay. Well, Poutsa Studios is from Montreal. Yeah, where I've only lived out of Canada a couple years when I was like 12. And that's another part of my story.
When I was young, I remember, I got a funny story to tell. When I was younger, my buddy, we were at, I can't even remember where it was. It was by the border anyway. And, well, my buddy decided to drag me over the border on the side. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of like...
To Detroit?
I can't remember. For the life of me, I can't remember. But he dragged me over there, and that was the first time I ever left Canada, and I didn't even realize that's what I was doing. So that was kind of my story. I accidentally ended up in the States. But my buddy knew, but I didn't. He's like, yeah, follow me. I'm going to show you something really cool. And then I'm like, oh yeah? What's that? And then we cross over, we're walking down. He's like, by the way, we're not in Canada anymore. And I'm like, wait, what? Shouldn't we go back now? He's like, nah, this will be fine. No, it wasn't. We got caught.
Oh no.
Got in
Oh.
trouble. Got in trouble. But it was so funny. It's a fond memory now. Got yelled at a little bit and then sent back over and everything was all good, but
Border Patrol. Oh my god, that's back when you didn't have to have passports and all that crap.
yeah.
You just kind of walk over.
Yeah, Canada's a good place to visit, man. Honestly. It's not a bad place. It's not a bad place.
No, I like it here. Beautiful place. Good, like where we're at. It's like up on a mountain. Anyway, I'll say that much. So it's really beautiful. So what are we at here? Almost 2.5 hours.
Yep. We've been we're chatting up a storm. We've just been well at one point I just kind of got ditched and then had to improvise.
You did great.
Giving you the I'll strangle you later stare.
Do the Bart Simpson thing.
Yeah, of course. We were actually just talking about that not too long ago.
Yeah.
I have a whole stack of comic books.
Yeah.
Like, I have a whole little crate of comic books myself, and I've added to said collection. Yeah, we both play instruments, very different instruments, but yes, he plays drum, and I've been learning the harmonica. I play 4-string bass guitar, electric 4-string bass guitar, I will say. So nothing crazy, I would say. On that front, nothing too crazy.
That's cool. But being able to play a musical interest is an awesome skill.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun too. Like just getting lost in the music when you're just sitting there by yourself.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you're just Marvel or DC, who's your favorite characters?
Wait.
We're going back into this, eh? All right, I'm down. I would say I'm definitely a Marvel over DC guy. But favorite characters is Spawn is amazing. I have already established that.
I used to collect Spawn comics and try sketch tattoo ideas.
Ooh, nice. That's amazing, honestly. Like Spawn's my favorite comic book
Like
character.
this freehand
Hands down.
tattoo art.
But
That's free.
But,
I'm
going back-
tired.
going back to
Comics characters.
yeah.
Alright, I have 4 guitars, but I hate practicing chords.
Yep.
I just used to wing it. I have had a guitar in the past. I used to strum away and play to the music and
Actually, I played in a band in high school.
yeah.
Yeah. My buddy was on acoustic guitar, believe it or not,
Mhm.
and I had a buddy of mine on drums and another on keyboard, and I was the bass player.
Awesome.
And the only person we were missing was literally a singer. That's all we were missing. We were missing a singer, or else who knows how far that could have taken me.
Yeah, for sure.
I
Have a
mean,
garage band.
yeah, and it was fun. We all enjoyed it, and honestly, I kind of wish we did find a singer at the time.
I tattoo as well, but it slowed down because I lost interest. You
That-
gotta be passionate about what you're doing.
Yeah.
You find something you're passionate about doing, and you just keep doing that, and you keep practicing, and
Well, that's I think honestly what they're doing is fantastic because they're exploring
yeah,
by the looks of things, like they're practicing the chords. They may hate it, but they're practicing the chords.
yeah,
You know, practicing tattoo artists. You know,
Mhm.
it's explore. I actually encourage this idea. Explore. Find what you're good at. Find out what you enjoy, and go with it. When you find it, don't let it go.
yeah. Like this, you do what you're passionate about.
Like, I mean, honestly, out of all the hobbies I do, I'm having the most fun learning how to make video games and doing YouTube. Honestly, I've been having a blast doing this. Ah, okay. My bad. But still, nonetheless, honestly, find what you enjoy and stick to it. That's my honest opinion.
Yo, welder,
Yeah.
awesome. Sammy Games is trying to become a welder. That's amazing. Check me out, guys.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'll definitely check you out.
cool.
I'll be looking forward to seeing that. Actually, see what you got all going there.
Alright, I think we should wrap this up. It's been 2.5 hours. We're both running out of steam.
Yeah, it's probably a smart idea. So
Scott Stotch channel. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, Sunny Games. You're awesome. And thank you for taking part.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, that's true.
That's cool. The welding, so you can also make a lot of money on the side.
Yeah, it's definitely a good career.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I mean, yeah, it'd be super amazing.
Actually, one of the things I want to do later on, when I build up, enough funds to get my own like my own house and stuff like that, I want to build a forge in the backyard, like one of those like stone forges, like an old-fashioned forge,
Yeah,
and start learning how to like forge swords and stuff like that.
that'd be freaking sweet.
Right? But we should definitely wrap this up.
Yes.
It is getting pretty late. Even on our end, it's like 5 a.m. I think it's time for us to call it. It's been 2.5 hours.
We appreciate every single one of you that are here with us, and everyone who has been here with us.
I will make my forge.
So let's see who's all in the house right now. And I'm gonna give a roll call of everyone's in here right now.
Oh, there's some new comments that popped up. I'm trying to see what
What's
those
the
are
new
first.
comments? Oh,
Yeah, that would be awesome.
you want to be the game designer for Final Fantasy? Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Learning the skills is one step.
Yeah.
But take care. Honestly, he's gonna do a roll call, and
Yeah.
after said roll call, we'll be closing up shop.
Alright, so let's see who's all in the house. So hey, if you're still a human and
Rock on.
if you're a human and still in the house, put a 1 in the channel in the chat so we can make sure you get recognition for being here. Oh my god. Anyway, we have the art chemist is in the house. Awesome.
Good having you.
Jay Hansen is in the house.
Honestly, it's good having all of you. If I'm being
All of you
honest.
guys. Who's been in the house here? We got the real DJ Fruit Loops was in the house. Awesome. Carolina Chris 26 in the house. Joe 47771 is in the house. Awesome. Thank you for being here with us here this evening. Jelly Duck 100 in the house. Thank you for being you're also a great supporter as well. I really thank you for being here. Yeah, greetings. Yeah, so Jelly Duck is from Kuwait.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see here, Sammy Games is in the house. Hey. Sunny Stormy's in the house. Awesome guys. I really appreciate all of you guys. Hey, Dustin Osmond. Dustin Osmond's in the house. Hey, Dustin Osmond. Thank you for being here with us this evening. I really appreciate you. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. You guys are all awesome. We really appreciate all your support and everyone that is supporting DarkAnubisGameZ as well.
I am putting the link in right now.
Awesome. So DarkAnubisGameZ, this link is gonna come up in the chat in a second. And if you haven't connected with the DarkAnubisGameZ, connect with him and check out his content, check out his
That's not
videos.
good.
And a lot of pain.
That's never fun.
I hope you're feeling well soon.
Yeah, I hope you get better soon. Thank you all for making it out here. For all of you guys, subscribe to this guy, obviously, if you haven't already. And come check out my channel. If you like it, subscribe and join the Dark Army. Alright?
Yes, join the Dark Army, guys. And love you all.
And I'm putting Scott's on there too.
And we
Okay.
will see you all in the next video. But,
Fractured bone in your foot. Owie.
yeah, hopefully that'll get better soon,
Hope
man.
that mends up soon, Dustin. Oh my gosh. Alright, guys. Love you all. You're all super appreciated. And always remember, keep coming back. And we'll see you in the next video.
I'll see you in the next video.
Love you
Bye
guys.
for now.
Bye for now. End the stream.